Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel, whichever one it may be. And if you are new here, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. And join my crazy cat family that didn't even show up. That's okay. Here on this channel. Maybe I put it over here. And it's in my way. It's fine. Anyway, today I am going to be doing a book review. This is something different, but I just finished a really great series, so I thought I'd do a review on that series. And I'm going to be working on this canvas, which is the cross-stitch conversion canvas that I'm working on. But before we get into the video, there's just a couple of things. So I have another order here from Diamond Drills USA. And I'm hoping, I gotta cut it open. Box cutter, of course, because, you know, why get scissors? Always cut away from you too, right? Those things can't cut you. They can pretend, but they can't cut you. Okay, so here is my order. All nicely, neatly packaged. All right, that's just a, okay, slip. So, let's see. This is Diamond Drills USA. This is where I ordered all of my drills for this canvas. And I had forgotten one really crucial part here. And that is the fact that I need to fill in the background of my canvas while I'm working on it. I'm not working on Aida cloth, so I don't already have a color in the background. So here is the information for them. And there's a thank you code on there. Please review your policy. All right, yeah, this is just a die lot thing. So I ordered some more of, and they look exactly the same again. So these are supposed to be two completely different colors, but if you look at them, like, I don't even know. Can you even see a difference? Like, if we put that one, like maybe the 33 is a little bit darker, but anyway, they look exactly the same. Like, these ones might be, the new ones might be a little bit lighter. Where's the 435? They might be exactly the same. I don't know. I feel like there was supposed to be some more contrast in those colors. I might just try to find a deeper brown, but because I don't know. Just don't feel like it's enough of a contrast. Maybe I'll just put it in. It goes here, right here in this little spot. So maybe I'll just use what I have. Kind of annoying. I do think it might be a little bit darker. No, I mean, they really look exactly the same. It's like, if it's anything, it's one shade darker. Well, anyway, now I guess I can start with that. So now I have some new, I'm going to put that in my tray to work on, and that aside. All right. Oh, those little things would come in handy right now. I could just put my little round thing. And then I saw this color first, and this is just kind of like a blue gray, so I might just do like one of these in each section as just kind of like a cloud or something. I don't know. I am not sure if I will or not, but then this is what I got for the background color. So I got tons of them. I'm perfectly set to be all set on the background color, but this is going to be my background color. So I'll just be filling in the background with this, and then I might just take one of these and just like, you know, like say put like a line here or something of the blue or gray in there. So I can do that too. That's cool. Next up, let's see, what is there? I got a bag of candy at work. Isn't that cute? That was cool. They gave us all a bag of candy. Well, my supervisor gave us all a bag of candy. And anyway, I 3D printed a diamond painting pen. And this thing just looks cool. I don't know if this is anywhere else on Etsy or not. I don't know if anyone has printed this, because honestly, you just purchase the file from Cults and then you have the rights to be able to use it commercially. So you can print as many as you want and use it in your own commercial aspect, which in my case is a small shop. So I'm gonna see if the tip will work. So I have this purple pen here that volunteered itself with the tip, and it does. That is not bad. It's a little loose, but it's not bad. And I think because what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put a layer of resin over this so that it's a bit more shiny and pretty. And I might try to paint this in here. This little, I think it's supposed to be a rose. I'm printing another one right now in white because I got an order for a white tray. So I was like, well, I'll print one in white and see how it looks in something other than this metallic-y color here, which is mostly black with some gold sparkles. I don't recommend sparkly filaments for your 3D printers if you're 3D printing, because they can clog your machine. I just have to make sure to keep, you know, like checking my machine to make sure it's not doing anything. But anyway, here is a pen. I will probably put it in the shop, but I'm going to see how it looks with some resin on it. It came out really good. Honestly, this print was really good. And then we're just going to take your tip and put you back in there. So I may put it on the shop. I may not. We'll see. Let me know if it's something you would be interested in, this pen. It's a single placer only, so it's for single placers only. It doesn't feel as weird as you would think it would feel. Right now it's not very sturdy, but like I said, I'm going to put some resin on it, so it's going to make it a little bit harder and a little bit more sturdy. That's not going to stay. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the actual video aspect of this video. I'm going to put that up. All right, I am restarting this video. I can't open that, so I'll skip that. And not restarting it entirely because I left the beginning alone since it had some stuff in it that I liked. So I'm just restarting it from the point where I'm going to talk about the books. So I'm going to start that over entirely. So if I did say any of it in the beginning already, you're going to get a little extra here. So we are talking about the Welcome to Midlife Magic book series by Lauretta Hignett. And primarily I'm going to talk about book 1, which is Susan, You Are the Chosen One. And there are 3 books in the series. So you have book 2, it's called Magic Susan. Book 3, Susan, Break the Curse. But we are going to talk about Susan, You're the Chosen One. So these books are a science fiction fantasy style book that is very fast paced. I feel like from the moment you start reading, it draws you in and you're just already absorbed into the characters without having met the characters completely. Susan is a woman in her midlife era, so she's around the age of 45, I would say. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember if they said how old she actually was, but I would say she's in that menopausal stage of life. And she is a fun, character right from the get-go because she is not fully believing in herself in some aspects of her life, but she's very comfortable in other aspects of her life, which is how I feel like a lot of us are. There are some things that we can do really well, and there are some things that we're just struggling to figure out how we should go about this, and there are some things that we just don't believe. And that's where she kind of is. She's an office person. She's kind of set in her ways a little bit. Like, she's used to the way things work. I don't have that there. Okay. And she's just really kind of a fun character because she is just so relatable, especially to someone who is in that stage of life, that she's just, you know, I can relate to her, and I know others can too. But even if you're not, she's still a fun character. They're still fun stories. So Susan is approached by these fae people. I want to say they're more like elves. And they're telling her that she has been chosen to save not really the world, because it's a bunch of different worlds, but kind of the world. Like, she's been chosen to save the world, and she is this great magical savior person. And so Susan doesn't believe them, because why would you? Especially if you've been living a normal, mundane kind of life up until that point, except for like one aspect of your life that just didn't go the way that you had thought it would go. And she doesn't know whether to believe them or not, and that's basically what the whole book is about, is her questioning reality in a way, questioning if anything is really happening, if any of this is really real, and then she just kind of goes with the flow. And she gets through it, and we get to meet these fun characters along the way. There's the group of fae, there's 4 of them. She has a best friend, and then they introduce 2 other main characters into the story. A young singer, songstress, and a duocorn, unicorn type creature who is just the absolute most fun character. He is just, from the first moment you meet him, he is just a little bit wild and fun, and yeah, he's great. He is an absolute great character, and he just made the story even more fun with who he was, or who he is as a character. There is not really any romance in the first book. There is some a little bit more in the other 2 books, but in the first book, feelings are developed, but there's nothing hot and heavy. There's no craziness. There never is throughout these series. So if that is one thing that you don't like in books, like me, I don't. I love to try to find a good shifter romance story that is not crazy with the hot and heavy. Because I'm not into that. I just really, nope. Don't like it. Don't want to read about it, really. It's just, but I really want a good shifter romance or a good shifter story. And so I try to find ones that don't have that, and there are very few. But in this one, you do have some shifters, so it's not a shifter romance, though, because she and the elf. I keep thinking fairy because it's fae, but it's just fae in general. And are actually the ones, but then there's some other fun, crass adult humor in the book as well, which does make it fun and doesn't leave it kind of on the too light side. It's just fun. So that is, yeah. So Susan, anyway, our female protagonist, I like her because she is a strong, empowered woman who is capable of taking care of herself and handling herself. And she just stands up for what she believes in. And she doesn't have a problem doing that. She doesn't have a problem facing her fears or standing up to people, or just kind of getting in people's faces sometimes when they need to, when you need to. Because sometimes there's people that you just want to get in their face and tell them, hey, look, this isn't working out for you. Or so, you know, like, this isn't the way you should be doing this. And I know with an anxiety disorder that that's a very scary thing, and it's just cool to read how someone is just, she didn't care. She did, but she didn't at the same time. Like, she was like, I'm just gonna tell you straight up how it is, and this is how it is. This is looking nice. I think the gray was a good choice for this background. Just a little cut in there. I know I have a tendency to go off topic, so let's try to stick to the topic. So Susan is our main character, our protagonist, and it is nice to have a female main character who is as strong as Susan is. She has her difficulties. She definitely has to go through her growing process in the book, and it is a fun, easy, quick read. I devoured these, I would say, I don't know how many hours I took to read these books, but it wasn't very long. It was, and I just didn't want to put them down. From the moment I picked them up to the moment I finished reading them, I didn't want to put them down. And you still want to be reading about the characters, even though the ending of the series was actually well done and well written. And it finished it up beautifully, and I don't think there really needs to be anything after that. I don't know if she has plans to write anything after that, but she does have some other series that now I want to check out because I've read this one and enjoyed this one so much, so now I'm interested to check out her other series. What is going on there? No. That's right. Okay. So yeah, so that was Susan, You're the Chosen One. And by the end of the book, she does believe that she is who they are telling her she is. So, you know, it's not like she stays in that denial forever. She does come out of it, which is good. But she is in denial of it in the beginning. But I think it just made the book more interesting because the character herself is like not believing that anything, or not believing what's real or not real. Yeah. So, Susan, you're the chosen one. If you like science fiction fantasy, if you like kind of in this realm of aspect of shifters, unicorns, dragons, fairies, mermaids, there's mermaids in there, elves, because I do think there's supposed to be elves, then you would probably enjoy this book and you should check it out. I myself read it in Kindle because I have the Kindle subscription plan, so I can just kind of like a library, just take out books and read books. So I end up with all these different books to actually read from, which is nice. Not sponsored by them, of course, but anyway, I do read a lot of books, and I think maybe I'll try this more if this goes over well, but we'll see how it does. I'm not sure how it will do. So that was Susan, You're the Chosen One. And I know I didn't go too much into the book because I don't want to be a spoiler for anybody who might want to read the book themselves. So I don't fully know how much of a synopsis to give on the book. And the series is all about Susan. She's the main character throughout it. It never really changes. She does have one big bad villain that she has to deal with throughout the books. And in the beginning, she doesn't really see how it's her problem to have to deal with her villain. And her villain is a brother to the two elves that are the two of the elves that come to her to tell her she's the chosen one. And he is trying to just take over all the worlds and become a big, gigantic ruler of them. But it is a good story. Quick and easy read. I really enjoyed it. And if you're interested in something like that, you should definitely go ahead and check it out as well. But anyway, I showed a pen. I think I still show the pen in the beginning of the video. I did go ahead and resin it. So here it is resined up, which just makes it really shiny. It is a little bit more durable now with the resin too. Here it is in white as well, because I finished the print on the white. The white had a little bit of an issue here in the middle that this one didn't have, which is interesting. But otherwise, the print looks really good on both of these. Can we get it to the same side? There we go. And they look really nice. I did put a tip in this. I think there's some stuff in the tips. We can check out how this works. That doesn't go there. I know it doesn't. We'll go up here. Where did that even go? So you can see how it works. We'll go over here. Let's see. It is a little flimsy around the tip. I might try to put a little bit more resin. It's tighter than it was initially. Yeah, see, like now I'm having some struggles to get the tip back out of there. But yeah, these will be up in the shop probably today. Today is Saturday, November 2nd. So I will go ahead and post this pen if anybody is interested in a pen. I'm gonna go ahead and resin layer the pens so that they have that shiny aspect, because I think it just looks nicer. This one looks pretty nice too. It looks almost like silk. So maybe I'll leave that as an option if you want it to be shiny or not. But I do think it makes it more sturdy, a little bit more durable than to not have it. And I think actually I might sand this one down a little bit, because I think that will help with the tightness of this going into the tip, the tip there. But anyway, this is a single placer basically pen only. You could probably put a multi-placer tip in it and use the multi-placer tip too. But I would say that, you know, like it's for single placing because it has a flat bottom on the other end, which means that it can stand up. Oops. It's hard on drills, but there we go. That means that it can stand up, and you know, when you put it off to the side, instead of having to have your pen laying down like this, your pen can be standing up next to you. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, let me know what you think about this video, if you found it interesting at all, if I should continue with the book thing, maybe I can get better. Just, you know, give me some insight into what you think, and also what you think of the pens, if this is something you would order from the shop or not. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed.